Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to be doing a watercolor ink and wash of some fruit and veg. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So for colors today I will be using Sandal red, burnt sienna, cadmium yellow, sap green, cobalt blue and magenta to make purple, and magenta. Then for supplies I have a size 6 rounded mop brush. I'll be using my trusty Canson paper student pad today. I will also be using a Micron by Sakura pen. This is a size 02. This is a great pen as it is waterproof, so it's great for watercolor. I then have a clean jar of water and also a damp wipe that I can use to rub off any excess paint. So I just started picking up some of the red paint. I had already mixed everything on my palette just so that I could grab it as I was going along, and sort of the idea that I had was to just paint these sort of very loose shapes of whatever it is that I'll be drawing. So for here I'm going to be doing a strawberry, so I went in and I painted a very loose and not a perfect shape triangle. I then added some more pigment just to get the shape to be a bit more have a bit more contrast and just be a bit more interesting. I just wanted it to be very fun and very easy and sort of abstract in a way. Yeah, so that was my thought process behind it. I don't know if it's a good thought process, but I just wanted to share with you what I was thinking when I started painting. And then I'm just going in with my burnt sienna here, and again the same thing. I had the idea to draw a pumpkin, so burnt sienna seemed like the perfect color. Definitely makes me think of autumn and those beautiful orange pumpkins when they come into season. So again, I just painted without any drawing or any sketches, just a sort of horizontal oval shape. I then also went back in with the strawberry and just added some drops of water so there would be some watermarks once that dried. And then going in with my yellow, this is going to be where I'll be drawing a slice of lemon. So again, I just painted a very thin oval shape, very simple and easy, and yeah, just something fun. I just wanted to play with colors. I think painting can sometimes get very complicated and we can overthink everything, but I think it always is fun when you get some colors and you just start playing around. So I wanted to share what I was doing, and this is what it came to be. So grabbing my sap green, I'm just doing sort of a very long oval rectangle. I don't know what shape this would be. It is in a shape probably, so just filling it in. This is where I'm going to draw an avocado, so I just fill that up, and then going in with my magenta, I'm kind of doing the same shape that I did for the strawberry. This is a really beautiful vivid magenta. All these colors are by Maimeri Blue, which is an Italian brand, I believe, and they very kindly sent me these paints to try out. I then just took quite a concentrated amount from the pan, and then I put that through the middle of the shape because I just thought it would be nice to have sort of a dark line running through it. And then going in with my cobalt blue and magenta, here I'm just again sort of just painting what I think an aubergine shape is, which is just, yeah, sort of like a sort of an oval, but one side is smaller and then the bottom side is much larger. So I just go in and paint those in, very easy, and yeah, just enjoy the colors on the paper. And again, just adding some water so that when it dries we have some lovely marks. Then taking my Micron pen, I started to draw, I actually switched from a 02 to a 03, and then later on in the video I actually swapped to a 05 because I just found I wanted the lines to be more thick. So as you can see here, it's quite thin, which looks nice, but I think just when you've got the colour underneath, it just looks a bit better if the lines are more thick. So for the aubergine shape, I just sort of did followed the shape of the colour that I painted underneath, and then I just went ahead and drew the stem with it and added some lines just to make it a bit more interesting. I then moved on to the lemon and sort of did a horizontal oval, and then I did a little line going underneath it just to sort of make it a bit more 3D. And then to sort of draw the inside, I sort of imagine a small little circle in the middle, and then I sort of draw these curved triangles that go all the way around it. So we're just going to leave a little circle space in between, and this is going to sort of be the veining that you would see when you slice a lemon. So I just do this all the way around, and then I go in and add some dots just to add a bit of texture. So I decided to move my camera just a little bit closer so you could see clearly what I'm doing. So I started doodling the watermelon, and I started with the base just by sort of doing 2 lines or 3 lines, and then that would make the base where you would have the green part and then the white part. And then on purpose I made sure not to go around the pink watercolor paint, as I didn't want the doodle to be exactly placed where the color was. So I wanted it to be a bit messy and just for it to be just a bit odd so that it's a bit more interesting to the eye. I then just went in and added some pips. These are all just really easy and simple doodles that anyone can paint and draw, which is why I wanted to share how I sort of do these, because this would look great in a sketchbook page, or just to practice your drawing, or just to test out some watercolors. This is a fun way if you've got a new palette or a new set of paints and you wanted to swatch out the colors. Then what you could do is you could sort of do these sort of odd shapes, and then you could draw whatever those colors remind you of. So going back to the drawing for the pumpkin, as you can see, you paint sort of these very long rectangles with a curve, and you just sort of overlap them, and as you get towards the side you just make them a bit more rounded, and this is going to give the effect that it is more 3D and that it is a circular shape. And then I just go in and add the stem at the top and then some lines all the way around just to make it look a bit more wrinkled and bumpy, as pumpkins are very rarely smooth. Next I moved on to the avocado. This was probably the easiest of all to draw. This is a very simple shape with a larger space at the bottom, and then it gets thinner towards the top, and then you just add a circle in the middle, a stem, a leaf. My hand does seem to be blocking what I'm drawing, and I really apologize. I am trying to figure out what angle works best that lets you see everything clearly and also doesn't make you dizzy at the same time. So if you have any suggestions on how I can do this better, then please feel free to let me know in the comments. I also added a line going around, again just sort of what we did with the lemon. This just gives it a bit more depth and gives the effect that the shape is 3D. I then filled that in with just some lines and dashes to add some shadow and just make it a bit darker. Lastly, for the strawberry, it is sort of just a curved upside down triangle shape. Again, I made sure that I didn't exactly draw around the paint perfectly, as I didn't want the shape to fit perfectly well. I then went and added leaves towards the bottom, and I just sort of use a light squiggly hand whilst doing this, as I don't want the leaves to be perfectly straight, and I think the more wonky they look, then the nicer the doodle is. And then just add lots and lots of little pips everywhere around the strawberry. Sometimes I do a little circle to leave a hole, and sometimes I'll just do little strokes everywhere to add some smaller ones. Lastly, I went back with all the colours that I used in the beginning, and just taking a brush and a pen, I just splashed some of those colours around each of the fruit or vegetable. And for me, any doodle isn't complete without a bit of splashing, as I just think it really just makes it a bit more fun and also brings the painting a bit more to life. And there you have it. I really hope you enjoyed today's simple and fun tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a like, and I will see you in my next video.